It is about the law and people. That is not a legal defense, let me tell you. And how people can resolve and better themselves.
Justice with passion.
I knew I was going to go into law because I always defended everybody. I was always the one who found a solution and tried to resolve the problem by having people talk to each other.
Justice with truth.
So I'm giving you one more chance to tell me the truth.
This is Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Beth Hedman is suing her former co-worker Rebecca Lyons in the amount of $809.95. She claims the defendant knew she was allergic to crab and purposefully fed it to her. Ms. Lyons claims the plaintiff attacked her over the accident and is countersuing because she lost her job over the altercation.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Cristina Perez presiding. Please be seated. All parties have been sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you, Bernard. Ms. Hedman, I understand you are allergic to crab.
I am, Your Honor.
And that's why you're suing her for $809.95?
Yes.
Please explain.
Well, Rebecca and I have worked together for about a year. We worked together around 5 times at a catering company. And
what did you guys do? Servers, waitresses?
We're servers. It all started when we started working in San Diego for a multi-day conference. And the first day at the end of the work shift, I was leaving work and there was a bunch of glass behind my tire. And so I asked her if she would come over and help me, back out. And she acted like it was some big inconvenience for her, even though she wasn't doing anything. So she just walked over and she just kind of waved me out. And then the next morning when I came back to work the next day, when I was leaving to work, my tire was flat. So I had to call AAA. They found glass in the tire. Okay. So basically she waved me through a pile of glass.
That's not true.
Okay,
maybe there was glass where she didn't see it. Maybe it was an accident.
I mean, I doubt it because she's always really high-strung and really overtly emotional.
Okay, so
lashing out to people.
So you're suing her what, for your tire damage?
So I'm suing her for one tire, yes. Then we were really, really busy with work. We had a little break and I went into the back room and I was starving because I was late to work that day. I hadn't eaten breakfast. And she was eating some crab cakes that she had been serving. And she said, "Oh, these are so good. You have to try one." I said, "No, thank you. I'm extremely allergic to crab." And she said, "These aren't actual crab. They're imitation crab." And I said, "Well, are you sure? Because I'm extremely allergic. I can't have any." And she said, "Yeah, trust me. It's fine. I know for certain, without a shadow of a doubt, this is not real crab. It's imitation crab." I popped one in my mouth. About a minute later, I started having my allergic reaction, and we had to call 911.
Yeah, and?
So what happened after that was...
She's responsible for you eating crab?
Yes, because she told me it was crab.
And she's responsible for your flat tire?
Yes.
Tell me why you're suing for $450.
For loss of wages. What had resulted in after I had offered her the crab and she had the allergic reaction, the paramedics came and all that. And a little bit later I was walking with a tray of crab cakes and I ran into Beth and she grabs the tray and starts launching the food, which is crab cakes, at me. And so she's a little bit out of control, going a little bit crazy. And so in an attempt to restrain her, I put her in a headlock. It was not ill-intended. I did not hurt her.
How can you say it's not ill-intended when someone already cannot breathe? Why would you begin choking them?
I was defending myself.
She's been trying to hurt me the entire time we've been working together.
That's not true, Your
First, she tried to put me in danger with my car. Then she fed me
you could never have run over glass since.
Then, after I already was having trouble breathing, she started choking me. Who does that to someone?
I did not
Unless
choke
they're
her.
trying to hurt them.
Coming up.
Why would you trust me if you think that I'm out to get you all of a sudden? Why would you be like, yeah, I'll take that crab cake, no problem. I believe you. You seem to have a problem with me.
You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Beth Hedman, who is suing Rebecca Lyons for personal injury and loss of wages.
She's going to go through her whole life being this negative, mean-spirited person who's trying to, hurt others if no one, makes her responsible for her actions.
That's not true, Your Honor.
So she should just have nothing, no consequences?
So I put her in a headlock. That's where I left off?
Yes, Your
What
Honor.
else happened?
I put her in a headlock. Our boss, Johnny, saw us, and he broke us up. And as a result, we were both fired for the day, and we lost 3 days' worth of wages.
Good for you. Okay.
And I work at other catering companies, but this one does a lot of corporate gigs, and so this one I do heavily rely on financially. So what had happened is, as a result, we're both fired.
Okay.
from that.
Yeah, and?
Well, at the moment, I'm working with Johnny to hopefully get my job back. But yeah, and with the glass, it was about 8 p.m. at night. I was working. Beth is typically the first one out of there. I was working with the guys in the back, helping them with the kitchen.
True.
It is
completely
And she
uncalled
came
for
out
to
and
say.
had asked for help, and I said it was no problem. Went out and helped her. In all honesty, it was about 8 o'clock p.m. Helped her back out. Seemed like it was no problem. She left. And the next day she comes in complaining. She was late, extremely late, but that's traditional for Beth.
That's not true.
She
I'm
does
not
have a fairly
late.
lackluster work
I was
ethic,
late
and
that
that's
one
known
day.
around myself and the crew and the staff. And she goes ahead and she wants me to pay for the tire, and I refuse to take responsibility for her inability to operate a car and her own dietary needs. I don't think that's appropriate.
Even if you're the one who steered me over
opinion,
glass?
Do you have an opinion?
No, I don't have no opinion. I think
Yeah. Neither do I.
Judge Perez's verdict when justice for all returns.
How would you feel if someone tried to kill you?
Maybe if they tried to kill you, but I didn't try to kill you. Your Honor, it was a genuine mistake.
Why would you ever tell someone who is extremely allergic to crab that they can eat crab?
Why would you trust someone who is trying to,
So
obviously
you
kill
admit
you?
you're untrustworthy.
No, I don't.
You just
I
did.
asked you a question. I asked you, why would you trust me? If you think that I'm out to get you all of a sudden, why would you be like, yeah, I'll take that crab cake, no problem. I believe you. You seem to have a problem with me. Yes, Your Honor.
What do you think should happen?
I think that she should cover my medical expenses. I think she should cover my tire. And
We're gonna play opposite day. So what do you think should happen?
Why? I don't
So
understand.
you think she should cover your medical expenses, et cetera, et cetera? Okay.
Yes.
And what do you believe should happen?
I don't believe I'm responsible for anything.
Okay. All right. Not responsible for anything. Okay, that's it. I deny your claim and I deny yours. Good luck, ladies.
all rise.
Judge Perez has ruled against the plaintiff's claim and the defendant's counterclaim.
You tried to poison me, so I'm sure this won't be your last time in court.
Clearly this was a massive waste of time and you're crazy.
This has been a production of Entertainment Studios.